doing a little bit of cooking and baking today. Probably some cleaning as per usual. This is what I do every day. Today, I am going to be making a creamy tortellini soup, but in the crock pot. Some pumpkin stuffed French toast. I cannot wait to taste it. And some white chocolate pumpkin hot cocoa. So, if that sounds good, stay tuned. So, as you guys probably know, if you've watched, a few of my videos before, I do love cooking, but I will say, I am not a big fan of what I call active cooking, and I may have just made that term up, but basically what I mean is sitting here over the stove cooking for hours and all that jazz. I'd rather not. So when I can find a recipe that I can just throw in my crock pot, I am a happy girl there. So, but today is super easy recipe, like I said. Right now I've just got some ground turkey cooking in the skillet real quick. I'm just browning it up before I put it in the crock pot, along with just some fresh mushrooms. So after that, all the rest of the ingredients you literally just throw in the slow cooker. You can choose to either cook it on high. If you cook it on high, then cook it for about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. If you cook it on low, then you can cook it for like maybe 4 to 6 hours, depending on your crock pot, because as you know, all crock pots are not made the same. So I'm going to show you the list or the ingredients real quick. 3 cheese tortellini, so you need that. That's like in the refrigerated section. Cream cheese, you use like a block of cream cheese. Some fresh spinach. I'll probably use the whole bag because all of this, it looks like a lot, but it's going to shrivel up to like nothing. That's how spinach tricks you there. But a jar of this pasta sauce, some random seasonings. I always like to, add extra seasonings. And then a 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Oh, and then I'm gonna add some fresh cherry tomatoes because I had these laying around and I figure might as well use it. All right, let's get started.
If you love me, let me hear you say my name, my name. If you love me, let me hear you, babe. Cause I wonder if you feel the same, same. Or just tell me if you feel the same. You don't need.
The only thing you don't put in here at the beginning is the tortellini and the spinach. You wait until the last half hour and then you add it in. If you're wondering what seasonings I put in here, I put black pepper, a little bit of salt, Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder. That looks so good as it is. I cannot wait to taste it. And it is like 3 o'clock and I'm getting ready to make myself an iced coffee. Don't judge me. I don't even think I need to say it, but hashtag mom life, Super exhausted. I think I'm getting ready to clean up this kitchen while the soup is in there. The kids got home from school and they did not want to wait for the soup to get done. It is done now. So we had leftover taco meat from last night, so I just ended up making them some tacos, and I did not eat yet, so I am going to eat that soup tonight. But first I just want to clean up the kitchen a little bit because it is a disaster. You guys know how that is, right? Like, it wasn't too bad before, and then the kids got home, they started taking stuff out of cabinets, started getting snacks. Y'all know the drill. But anyway, let's get started on cleaning the kitchen up.
Sure we had fun tonight, you and me felt alright, but it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while, me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah, yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart, share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart, give it up for nobody.
Okay, so the kids are in bed. It's about 8:30 now. The kitchen is clean, and I'm finally going to get to taste this soup I've been waiting on. I wish you guys could smell it because it smells really good. I'm gonna give you a close-up shot, of course, of what it all looks like in there, but oh my goodness, look at that. Ooh, I can't wait to dig in. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of just this Parmesan on top, but this would be really good if you had like freshly shaved Parm. Phenomenal. Put this in your arsenal. Well, I'm tired, guys, so I am going to finish eating my dinner here. This yummy soup. This would be really good if you made that garlic bread I made in my last video to dip in there. That would be amazing. But anywho, I'm going to bed now after I finish eating. So see you tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. So I did want to say one thing. That soup was absolutely delicious. The only thing though is it was super thick. So I added a little bit more chicken stock to it, and then perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to make this pumpkin stuffed French toast. And when I saw this recipe, I was like, girl, you gotta make this. The thing with it is, I have had like the stuffed French toast before from like IHOP, but I've never made it from scratch before. Never made it at home. So when I saw this recipe, I was on it. Let me see, the recipe doesn't seem too difficult. I've never made it before, but we're gonna try it out today. I am gonna double the recipe for my family. So if you have a normal size family, then you can just use the recipe as is. But since I have 5 kids, large family, I'm gonna double the recipe. So you will need, I am using 2 loaves of bread, French bread, and then I'm going to use, you need pumpkin puree, you need a pinch of salt, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, half and half, and cream cheese. Also, the recipe did give you the measurements to do like 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, whatever, of cinnamon, all that jazz. Girl, we're not doing that. This is what we're gonna use. Can you see that? Pumpkin pie spice. Because it has everything in there that you would need anyway. So let's make our lives easier and just use this. All right, the recipe said that, you know, to like put this in the refrigerator and overnight and yada yada yada. Y'all know I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for a few hours, and I'm gonna make it tonight. Maybe, you know, I'll probably let it sit for a while. I might just make it you know, like at bedtime or something, like after the kids are in bed. But all right, so I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. And of course, as always, I'm going to leave the recipe down in the description box.
Anything other than thinking about you. So thinking, are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I know we just met, but it feels like I know you. We love the same things. You want a house in Malibu. Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you thinking about me?
like you guys kind of already saw, you take your cream cheese, of course it needs to be softened. You beat it until it's smooth, and then you add in your powdered sugar, your vanilla, and your salt, and then you're gonna set that aside. And then in a separate bowl, you will add your eggs along with the half and half, the spices, the granulated sugar, the pumpkin. Like I said, I'm going to leave the recipe in the description box, so you don't have to worry about that. But now I'm just going to slice up my bread.
How do we end up here in the corner looking like...
Okay, so as you guys can see, I've already sliced up my bread. I think it's gonna make about 11 like sandwiches or 11 stuffed French toast. But I'm just gonna spray these two pans here, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. So basically I'm going to separate the sandwiches. I'm gonna spread one side with that cream cheese mixture, top it with the other half, put it in here, and then pour our egg mixture over the top. Then lastly, you put like a pat of butter or a little, small slice of butter on each sandwich. Let it sit for a few minutes, flip it over, and then you're gonna cover it and then refrigerate. The other thing I wanted to say was, so you don't have to use pumpkin. Like that cream cheese mixture is pretty much your base. So if you wanted to put fresh strawberries in there, or blueberries, raspberries, whatever, you could do whatever you wanted to, really, since you already have the base. I did taste that cream cheese filling, and it is really good. The only thing was, I did add about maybe 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar to it, just because it wasn't sweet enough to my liking. But if you haven't noticed by now, I do have a bit of a sweet tooth. So just, try it out. That's the beauty of recipes. You get to, make it your own. I know my grandma, she always tells me, I'm just giving you the base, you make it your own. So that's how I, kind of am too with cooking. So let's get started.
You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here.
Okay, so as you guys saw, I just finished everything off. I had one plastic lid, so I used that, and the other one I just covered it tightly with aluminum foil. I will be back with you guys later tonight, like I said, once the kids go to bed, to bake these suckers off. Okay, so all the kiddos are in bed. I baked my French toast already, 350-degree oven for about 35 minutes. So now I'm just gonna show you an up-close video of it. And of course, y'all know, I gotta dress it up a little bit. Are you ready to see what I did to it? Just marble in it. Okay, so I put on some little bit, like a drizzle of maple syrup, a drizzle of caramel, a lot of whipped cream, and a light dusting of powdered sugar, and then a light dusting of that pumpkin pie spice I had. So I am gonna, now this is like super decadent, but I'm not gonna like do all this for breakfast in the morning with the kids. I just kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, what you can do to take your breakfast over the top. So imagine like if you had guests over or something for Thanksgiving. Imagine making this for Thanksgiving breakfast or even like the day after Thanksgiving. Amazing. I am going to take a bite. That is so good. I'm actually gonna call that cheesecake stuffed pumpkin French toast because that filling tastes like cheesecake. It is the bomb. Wow. Wow. Y'all definitely have to make this. I think I say that with like all of my recipes, but like when I tell you guys, oh, you should make this, you should make that, I'm not kidding. If I ever make something on video that is gross or I do not like it, either one, you won't be seeing it in my video, or two, I'm just gonna let you know straight up because I'm real. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm real. I don't try to put on, you know, a fake front or anything like I'm perfect or my life is perfect or any of that. I want Just Marie Homemade to be a safe place and a safe space for moms to you know, get some motivation and stuff to do things around your house, but then also, you know, see other moms and know that nobody's life is perfect. All of our kids make messes. All of our kids leave their clothes everywhere. All of our kids, you know, leave their toys, and all of our kids, you know what I mean? So if you think you're the only one, or if you think you're, you know, your kids are the only ones that do this, do that, they're not. And yeah, so final recipe for the video, and it will be a white chocolate pumpkin hot cocoa. So I cannot wait to make that. Okay, so lastly but certainly not least, I am ready to show you guys this pumpkin white chocolate hot cocoa recipe. All you do is throw all the ingredients into the crock pot. You can choose to either, if you put it on high, it'll cook for about an hour and a half. If you put it on low, it'll cook for about 2.5 hours, something like that. So I'm going to show you real quick the ingredients. The measurements are 6 cups of milk, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1-ounce can of pureed pumpkin, this pumpkin pie spice. The measurements, I'm going to use probably about a tablespoon and a half, something like that. Because the recipe did call for like 1/8 of a teaspoon of this and that, and you know, just like the other recipe, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use pumpkin pie spice. And then you'll use 1 bag of the white chocolate chips. And I do have my little helper here. So you'll see him as we add all the ingredients to the slow cooker. And of course, I will show you the finished product when we're done.
Yeah, we used to laugh. You were all that I had. So I gave you my all. And now all of that is gone, I feel. You know all of that is gone, my dear. I'm leaving the light on if you come back.
Hot chocolate is ready. So I'm going to pour it in here, and then I will show you how I dressed it up a little.
I'm holding on until forever I will fight, but you drift away.
I just added a little bit, or a lot, of whipped cream, a little bit of caramel drizzle, some pumpkin pie spice, and some marshmallow. Absolutely delicious. You guys have to try this. So good. The thing is about that, you would think that it was super sweet because you saw like all the chocolate chips and the sweetened condensed milk and all that, but it's really not that sweet. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching me, make all these different recipes. I really hope that you will give these a try. If you do, please tag me on Instagram at justmariehomemade. All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.